Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Krunky's single player survival Minecraft. Krunky here and we're on episode 16 of our Minecraft adventure. And I just realized I do not have any pants. Well anyways, you guys may remember from our last episode that we were working on the west wing of our new base. And we got 2 rooms on each side of the base pretty much set out. All we need to do is put some doors in and fill this place up with concrete. Now the problem is I don't have any concrete at the moment, so we may want to skip that for now. But in the meantime, you know, I've been working on all this concrete and it's getting a little bit it's the same white all day. And so I need a little break from that. So I decided what I'm going to do is we're going to head over here. And if you remember our little 1x2 door that we made, you know, it is pretty stealthy, but first off, the door is really fast to close, which isn't always the greatest thing. And also it's just, I think we could do a little bit more sneakiness on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try not to die and go to sleep. And then once we wake up, we're going to go and we're going to get some resources so that we can work on a stealth interest for the space. I'll be back in a little bit. So while getting resources for our door, which I really only needed some iron. I have no more iron. Well, I had no more iron, so I needed more resources. But we were able to get 12 diamonds on the way, and all we did was 2 branches, so really not a bad resource mining session. I would have time-lapsed it, but I figured you guys probably have seen enough resourcing time-lapses, so I skipped that out for you guys. But like I said, I got 12 diamonds. We have 26, iron burning up right now. I've got 6 more, and this is plenty for what we need. So now that I have everything that I need, I'm going to drop off my diamonds so I don't lose them. And then we're going to head up to the top and back to our base. It is dark out, so let's get some sleep. But yeah, we're going to head back to the base. And we're going to start working on that door. We've made it back to the base, and although we spent frankly, too much time on this 1x2 door, I'm actually going to tear it down because we don't need this at the moment. And we're not going to need that button either. So I want a way to enter this base without having to press a button, but also I don't want to put a pressure plate down because any mob can walk in, hit the pressure plate, and just walk right in. So I am going to take that button out. I do want a button to leave so that when I leave, I can just hit the button, just walk out. But I do not want a button on this side. So what I've decided that I'm going to do is we're going to pretty much tear down everything that we have set up here. And instead of having it button powered, we're actually going to have this powered by a minecart with a hopper over a hopper, and the hopper will be going into a I can't talk right now, into a dropper that will pretty much light up our system. So I'm going to work on the foundations of this and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. So I have the basic beginnings of this stealth door, and it's just a minecart with a hopper over a block, which is going into a hopper which goes into this dispenser, and once this dispenser gets anything in it, it'll just spit it out, and this way we don't have to worry about losing it. Or sorry, not losing it, but we won't have to worry about the dispenser filling up and, you know, us not being able to use our door. So what happens is you drop that there and it spits out that. And as you can see, it gives a short pulse that we can actually pull out of the back here. So let me try this one more time. And you can see this pulse goes off right there. And we have ourselves a working system. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a pulse extender over here. That will eventually lead into our doors, which will open the doors. I'm going to work on this a little bit more and I'll show you guys where we're at. So we got the pulse extender in and the startings of our door openers. And as you can see, it's just a repeater going out of the pulse extender into a block, which goes around and into this block here, which has the redstone torch, which is lighting up our door to keep it closed. Once we throw something into the system, the pulse extender lights up. So does the repeater, and the torch turns off, and as you can see, the door opens. So that's pretty much half of our system set up. we have the other half to go up to the door, or the upper door. It's already, halfway in place. All we got to do is clear out some of these blocks, and yeah, like I said, we're almost there. One of the problems I'm having is I can't actually break any of these blocks because this will break our pretty elevator over there. So I'm going to leave that for now. We don't actually need to break any of that at the moment. And we might not actually have to break any of it. I mean, it's a pretty open space as long as we go downwards. If we try to go in this direction, we end up going outside, but anything in this general area is pretty safe to break. So we can leave this for now and just start working and build our way up to close that door as well. I'm going to make a little redstone elevator, and I will see you guys in a little bit. So it's not pretty, but we have our system almost there. This wraps around and goes up like so. And we also have the button wired up so that when we press the button, it'll come down. It won't bother any of this circuitry. It'll come down and light up this pulse extender. So we'll get the same action opening up from the inside as well. But when we throw this in, as you can see, that comes down, this goes down as well, which is the opposite of what we want for that one up there. And that is because we haven't put in our redstone torch over here. So I must have not brought a redstone torch. So let's go grab something for that real quick. Let's see, can I get out like this? That was a mistake. Let me figure out how to get out of here. Yeah, we used our own system to get us out. And I should have something over here. I thought I had enough, but I guess I didn't. I think I have yes, I do. So we can make ourselves a redstone torch and then run back over here. And we'll take this redstone torch and we'll just place it there, put a block on top of it, and we are set. So as you can see, both things are closed at the moment. When we throw something into the system, they both open at the same time. And they both close at the same time. Perfect. So let me grab some of these blocks just because I don't want to waste anything. And we'll also, let's get back up here again and check out this button here. See if it works. Opens at the same time, closes at the same time. So everything is set for this. We're just going to close this back up and close that back up. We'll throw this button in because we don't need it anymore. And as you'll see, our door opens. We have plenty of time to get through, and it closes behind us. So we're going to hit the button one more time. We can get out. We can walk out, and it closes, and we're set. Now, with our secret door in place, the only real problem that we have is to open the door, we have to throw an item in, and we don't get that item back. I mean, we can easily fix that by putting a hopper right over the repeater that our items are being thrown onto. As you can see right here, they're being thrown down onto this repeater, or sorry, a comparator. And if we put a hopper under there, we can pipe it into some kind of system that will actually throw it back up when we get inside. But like I said, that's not a big issue at the moment because right now we're just going to be throwing cobblestone and things like that in there. So I don't really foresee it being a huge issue. And if it does become an issue, we can always fix it at a later time. So just let's make sure that we didn't break anything. Door opens, we walk through. Door closes, so everything's good. So I know this episode is a lot shorter than I typically do. I think it's going to come out to maybe a little bit longer than 10 minutes. But the reason for that is I need to get this episode out on time. And I didn't really get a whole lot of time to do any recording over the weekend. I was preparing to see the solar eclipse that happened today being Monday, which is the day before I released this. And yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of time to record. I went out to go see the solar eclipse, and well, where I live, it was really cloudy and I wasn't actually able to see anything. So I just decided to keep driving. I kept driving and driving until I saw some people pulled over to the side looking up in the air. I stopped by and For about maybe 10-20 seconds, the sun decided to pop out, and I could see a crescent-shaped sun in the sky, covered by all the clouds. So like I wasn't damaging my eyes or anything. But yeah, it was a sight to see. I hope you guys were able to see the eclipse where you guys are at. If not, I mean, there's plenty of videos online. I think NASA has some videos. But yeah, it was really an interesting thing. I mean, it wasn't as spectacular as I thought it would be, but still, it's something really historic, and I was happy that I was able to see it. I was actually planning on sitting here when the sun came up so that it would be kind of fitting, but I guess it is fitting because all these clouds are blocking the view of the sun. There you can see it now. And all I need this to be is a crescent shaped, and you'd see my view of the solar eclipse that I had today. But anyways, like I said, I need to get this episode out, so I'm going to be cutting this episode short. I know I should have really made that a tutorial instead of a SSP episode, but I felt it fitting because it's actually being a part of my SSP and my base. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want a tutorial for it, let me know and I can make that happen. I mean, it's really simple, so it might not be tutorial worthy, but you never know. If you really like it, I can make a quick one, and yeah, so let me know. Anyways, it's been fun. It was a short episode, but still, I think it was something that I really needed to get done. The button really just wasn't working out. But yeah, it's getting late, so I'm gonna get myself some sleep. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good night or morning, but see you guys.